working out in a way that is not normal or typical for that child. It's that kind of a change. You know, refusal to go to school, or refusal to go to a relative's house. You know, the little clues like that, those are the clues you look for, but that would be the same in other children as well. If I ever come up with a magic recipe, I will be distributing that information from, you know, from the top of Mount Diablo. So those are 4 flyer handouts. The other thing is each teacher in your school district is going to get a packet of information, and with signs and symptoms and reporting procedures and report forms, and also in our trainings, when we have enough time, we go into multicultural considerations. We go into what is not child abuse. We talk about family dynamics, because as mandated reporters, or even yourselves, you get your clues from the parents, from the behavior and the appearance. If you go into the home, the environment. And so, you know, what do you need to look for, and what is not considered child abuse is very important to know as well. We don't want to tax the system by reporting just anything. And so also in the back I've left you this book, which is the California Child Abuse and Neglect Reporting Law. And it's the law boiled down in a very easy, readable format. So I thought as active parents, you may be interested in having this as well. So, and your teachers will all be getting that. So do you have any questions at all? Okay, so we're really pleased to be working with you. Right now, we're at Garinger Elementary, and mostly the parents from Garinger are coming to those classes. But in Concord, we have classes in Spanish at the First Five Center, and in Richmond, San Pablo, we have classes in English at the First Five Center. So what we're trying to do is get bilingual classes with funding, bilingual in each part of the county. And also Shelter Inc. approached us about having parenting classes at their site. So we're doing classes just for people connected with Shelter Inc. So if there is a need and a demand, we can, you know, depending on funding, we can. And the parenting classes are really, I'm very proud of them, so you have to give me one more second. It's 24 weeks evidence-based. You don't have to qualify in any way. Parents are invited to come one night a week for 2 hours with their children. We provide meals, and it is this 24-week curriculum, and by the end, and it's a wonderful and very successful program. But one of the things that we know about child abuse is cultural isolation raises the risk. So if you have someone who comes to this country, they don't know anyone, and they're apart from their culture, their family, their loved ones, the familiarity of where they had been, and they're home alone, that is a risk factor for child abuse. Well, these classes after 24 weeks, these parents bond, and all of a sudden you have a support group. Can you watch my kid while I go to the dentist? Or can you pick up my child from school? I have the flu today. Or whatever it is. And so that was an outcome that we had not anticipated. It's turned into a wonderful, just like this group here, bringing parents together for a common cause. We also have in-home visiting, which anyone can partake of. All you have to do is call our agency. We will go into homes and do the same curriculum in 12 weeks, 12 to 15 weeks. I'm not sure if it's 12 or 15. We'll go into the home with moms with new babies. And we'll parent with the fathers. That's another, and home visitation programs, there's just an article that came out yesterday, are highly successful in preventing child abuse. Sometimes kids don't come with instructions, right? So it's a tough job, and that's what we're trying to provide. And we call it nurturing parenting because we don't want to tell people they're doing it wrong. This is a way to parent in a nurturing way. And so we've refrained from using other labels for those classes. And in some cases, if transportation is an issue, we actually will get the family there. So if we can get you there and we can feed you and you can bring your kids, you don't need to worry about a babysitter. Like, what's not to love about it? I mean, the price is right. So, yes, and in the parent forums, we'll tell you a little bit more about other programs that we have. And so we're funded through grants, donations, and fundraisers. You're welcome.
Oh, yeah, thanks, Brian. Anybody else have any more questions for Christina? No? Okay.
All right.